terrified of writing. I'm terrified of it, but at the same time, I think it's my only redemption. My only way of making sense of things, of making sense of me. The fear of it turning out bad, for my doubts to be proven right of that of being a terrible writer with too big of an ego, coupled with the inexplicable feeling of love and intensity felt when one writes their thoughts down, donates a part of themselves to the parchment in front of them. The combination is as oddly as to say the most cliche of lines, peanut butter and jelly. Although I don't think I plan on stopping anytime soon. It seems surreal almost, how one can discover or rather find themselves through the process of writing. It's a form of non-conformism really, as by the way of the word, to find something, shouldn't there be a set of guidelines, instructions, map, something? Whereas in writing, it's just you, your paper, your pencil, your empty paper waiting in front of you, waiting to be filled with all that's enclosed in those minds we possess. So we write, and write, until we make the map ourselves and find us in the process. What I just read out loud to all of you was a diary entry made on a sleepless night a few weeks ago. It had been made with the intention of writing again, picking up journaling again, to be in touch with myself. Writing down every enigmatic, distressing feeling, every thought, every opinion, every problem, as I have been doing ever since I was 9, when a certain Greg Heffley from the Diary of the Lunatic series, my favorite book at the time, introduced me to the idea of penning down my daily life in a diary. Now this might sound a bit weird, but I've always thought of it as my godmother, as my guardian angel, for I would write, and all the answers to whatever I was facing at the time would present itself before me. It was almost as if I was a damsel in distress of sorts, running to my knight in shining armor, who bore all the answers behind his comforting smile. I would write about the exam I'd performed badly in, the observations I would make, being the quiet, shy, and introverted kid that I was when I was younger, the fight with a friend. Over the years, my love for writing did nothing but grow, and it now included the never-ending arguments you seem to have with your mother as soon as adolescence hits. The random burst of ideas that only seem to visit you when you're otherwise supposed to be sleeping, leaving you convinced even Einstein himself could not fathom such a brilliant idea as this. The academic stress I would feel, the crush I would not admit to. Little Ishani would pour out her whole being onto her diaries, religiously documenting anything and everything she felt in. It was around late 2020 that I slowly started to lose a grip on my habit of writing. Was it from sheer lack of discipline, fear, or blockage? I do not know. I just let it go. Something I regret doing very much so. At the start of the year, I tried to pick it up again, only to be greatly dissatisfied. This was the entry I made at the start of this year after quite a few attempts and out of sheer frustration. It is said that often the best writing comes out of the most dire times. It offers inspiration. This writing luck. It's supposed to help me. Has helped me, time and time again. Well, I miss my home. I miss the way I used to feel before this haze of numbness, this almost stoic-like composure, which I seem to break through once in a while, set in. I miss feeling one with myself, or feeling myself at all for that matter. I miss the absence of this hidden wall, which I just cannot seem to reach through all that I can do, become, and feel. And no matter how much I write, the answers just fail to show up. I'm aware that we don't always need an answer to everything, and are sometimes better off without it. I refuse to accept that. I just want to go home, wherever or whatever that is. Clearly, I did not think this through when I was writing this entry. I demanded immediate clarity. I wanted it to be perfect. It was only when I came across my old journals lately that I realized what it was that I should have been doing. While taking that trip down old memory lane, I realized the reason I loved writing was because it taught me to find, hear, and trust my own voice. To express myself when I couldn't make sense of my environment at times, couldn't make sense of me. To cope with the loss of close friends and to keep pushing myself forward when it felt like everything was falling apart. So I made a decision. Every night before going to bed, I would set my alarm 15 minutes the time before I actually had to get up. So I'd sit up, take my pencil and notebook, and write. I'd write for 15 minutes before having a chance to talk to anyone. It didn't matter. I didn't even know what I was writing about, and it doesn't really matter. What matters is not the content of what I would write, with the simple fact of putting my pen to paper. Needless to say, it helped me find my love for writing, and I'm all the more grateful for it. For those of you who may be wondering what the point of all this is, it is to showcase how wonderful and therapeutic writing can be. If you too, like me, find yourself difficult to express at times, to make sense of your environment, it can make us look deeper. It can help us reach feelings, thoughts, and desires that we didn't even know we have. It can connect us with what it is that we've always wanted to do, but are too scared to admit to. You may also be wondering why you should donate any of your precious little time to writing. I can tell you this, it's because it will transform you. So, if you would really like to look deeper within yourself and within other people, if you would really like to know what your own voice sounds like, then give writing a chance. Write with no expectations and no demands. Write with the curiosity to see what will happen and with the conviction that something will happen. Look deeper and keep writing.